Yeah, I mean a brutal loss. A win that we needed, and I mean I give our guys credit and their guys credit. I mean I thought it was a heck of a college basketball game. Our guys, we fought, we kept clawing, we kept clawing, and we got to stop when we needed at the end, and then we had to execute a side OB, and we still had a timeout, and and that's it's just unfortunate. The way it kind of ended there, and then with a missed free throw, we didn't get the rebound on it, and so tough night. It's hard. I mean, you got to give Rutgers a lot of credit too. I mean, the Harper kid. I mean, he's the best player on the floor. He was really really hard to guard. I don't know what he ended up with. I haven't even looked at the stats, but I know it's a lot. And he got a lot at the free throw line too. But it seemed like even in the second half, like their guards got in there and scrapped and got a couple offensive rebounds when we finally did get stops. They got offensive rebounds. We're a play short. It felt like we kept splitting free throws. We get one or two, one or two, one or two. And we just couldn't quite get over that hump.
If you could speak to the intensity of this game, I mean, it felt like a postseason game, which, if for somebody who may have sort of come in and taken a look at the records or the standings, I mean, this didn't really feel like that.
No, I mean that was a high level basketball game. On both teams, guys making big plays and the physicality of it, and and it was just back and forth the entire time. I mean, like I said, big time players making big time plays, and they made one more play than us.
And then just like have to ask you about, but just the free throw disparity there. It felt like you, like all throughout the game, was having a dialogue with the refs. Just how do you sort of explain 37 to like 15?
Yeah, I can't, because I felt like we were trying to be aggressive too. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to watch the tape on that. But yeah, I mean, I thought a couple times, our guys were in position and made some good plays. But I'd have to watch it. But it's a hell of a disparity.
Danny, I know it's probably not your primary focus right now, but when you see the guys that had success tonight, like Tyler, Mackay, Zoom, and knowing that you can have them coming back for next year, what does that speak to the development you've seen from them this year and what it might be for them going forward as well?
Yeah, really proud. Like the way they've played even the past month, month and a half. Like, Tyler and Mackay have been terrific. I mean, shooting the ball at a really really high level. Attacking, being aggressive. I mean, it's awesome to see those guys playing with that kind of that joy and that fire. And like I said, I mean, Zoom, I mean, he had his moments too. Getting the ball to the rim. Yeah.
Your thoughts on just seeing their two freshmen up close and personal? Just what did you think of them?
Yeah, I mean, you can see why they're NBA top 5 draft picks. Their size and their athleticism and length, and they just played at a different speed than everybody else on the floor. It was just the game's really easy. Especially for Harper. I mean, the game's just really easy. He makes the right play. It's hard to trap him. He goes around the trap. He makes the right pass out of the trap. He's shooting it from deep. He's getting to the rim. He can really finish with either hand. And Ace Bailey was. He had a couple of just rebounds where it was just, I'm just taller and more athletic than you. And, and even a couple shots, and a couple times we lost him, and he's too good of a player to lose. And that's our fault on some of those scouting report details. He had a big one in the corner right in front of their bench in the second half where we just lost him, I mean, for no reason. And so you can't let, great players like that get going.
It seemed like for a second there, at the end of regulation, the double with Frank and Tyree there that got the turnover. Just from your vantage point, how did you see that play out?
Yeah, I mean, it was great. Like, I think it was one or two players before that, he turned the corner on Frank. So in the timeout, we said, you got to corral him. And I thought Frank did a great job moving his feet. And Tyree made a tremendous play, just active with his hands and getting a deflection. And I think we had a couple guys dive on the floor, and it was the second one that went off them, and Yeah, unfortunately, went out in the deep corner.
And then from there, you like have the ball inbounds in that deep corner, and with like Zoom, they just what options does he have on there? Was that on him or with the pass? Was that on other people?
and it's on me. You know, I mean, I probably shouldn't have a freshman take the ball out in that situation. But with the lineup that we had in, we tried to get Tyler and Makai to kind of go screen some stuff and slip to the ball because we knew they were either switching everything. And obviously it's 5-on-4 because they had a dude on the ball kind of tracing everybody, and then Wilhelm was going to come in, but we had great obviously in the backcourt. But we told the guys like, hey, we have a timeout, and we could see what kind of formation they were in, and I should have called timeout.
Thing just as you head forward, 5 games left. Does this one hurt more than others? And then how do you sort of rally from this one to get to the next one on Saturday?
It does, just because it's the most recent one, and it meant a lot. It meant a lot. I mean, I thought the fans were terrific tonight, and just how hard our guys played and the energy and making shots. Both teams deserved to win, but they obviously they made the plays that that it took to win the game tonight, and we have to regroup. We don't have a choice. We're in it's a must-win game. For us to get into the tournament. This game was huge for obviously tiebreaker purposes and kind of continuing to climb out of that the cellar there. It's a tough one to swallow, but got to let it hurt till midnight, and we got to get back after it tomorrow.
Any other questions for Coach?
DJ Davis.
Yeah, he's sick. We gave him a flu test and a COVID test today, and both were negative, which is a good thing. But yeah, he said he was too sick to play.
You didn't look good on Monday. You don't look any better today. You look worse.
Yeah, no. I feel better. My eyes are still all jacked up, but I know it's not contagious, and that's why I didn't want to shake their players' hands. I just kind of gave them an elbow. I don't want Rutgers to get sick or anything like that. But it's spreading everywhere. We had a couple guys, 3 or 4 guys with it last week, and kind of just running through the team.
Is it finished running through the team?
Hopefully.
Okay. When do you head back to Iowa?
Tomorrow.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And just maybe a little bit of a preview before you go?
Yeah, they're tremendous at home. I don't know what happened with their game tonight, but they can really, really shoot it. Especially on their home court. They play with great pace. They got 5 skilled guys that can really shoot the basketball, so we're going to have to do a tremendous job, guarding the 3-point line, but then also rebounding, and hopefully getting them to miss a lot of those, long shots, which will be long rebounds, and hopefully get out in transition.
Anything else? Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.